This is Steve Haig. I'm the professor of the Mexico Study Abroad class, and we are in day 6 in our travels. 2009, we visited CIMMYT, we visited the Agua Fria station, and we've had a few other incursions. But I wanted to get the students' opinions of what they saw and what they encountered thus far. And so I'm going to start with our first student, Jacob. Jacob, what is something that you saw or heard that you didn't know and surprised or intrigued you the most?
Well, most of all, I didn't know that, I didn't know how beautiful the mountain regions of Mexico were, and I'd never really seen farming where it was up on the hills that steep, where it couldn't be mechanized basically, where the only corn, that they were such small landowners that they were forced to grow corn on areas that we would never grow it in more developed nations.
And Heather?
I liked how they used the cactus for everything. They use it for paper and soap and thread, and they actually use the needle off it. It really blew my mind.
Okay, Mohan?
I have heard about pyramids, but I really don't know. I was not knowing why the pyramids were built, the importance, people, the religious issues, sacrificing people, and apart from that, I haven't seen the vanilla plant. I got opportunity to see the vanilla plant. Then as a part of education, the lecturer, even we were doing the breeding, like I haven't heard about the word shuttle breeding. That was a new thing for me.
Okay, we'll ask our next set of students. Mohammed, when you get home, what is something that you are going to relate to your friends or family after this trip?
Before I come here, I didn't know that Spanish has many words like my own language, Arabic. So I found some words from Arabic. So I'd like to share that with my friends and my family.
And Jeff, what is something that you're going to share with your friends and family?
I think I was probably going to say, probably something that impacted me a lot, I'll share, is that, driving through and just watching the different villages and things that we drive by and the different communities and people, that you can see that they're in, economically, it seems very low, and you can see that there's probably social issues and problems, but the overall just nature of the people and the environment, it has a certain, I don't know, like a purity to it, a simplicity, something that we in America kind of, I think, we've lost touch with that mentality, and I think that it would be good for us to try to maybe get some of that back if that was possible. So I was touched by the people for sure, so I'd like to share that.
And Megan, how about you?
I was blown away by the pride that they have in their culture, and pretty much everything they do is centered around it, and especially at El Tajín and the Aztec pyramids, they really take pride in it, and they like to share their culture with everybody and tourists, and show them how important it is to them. And I kind of wish that our culture in America was kind of like that, where we took more pride in it.
Okay, the next question I want to ask the next set of students. Do you think more Aggies should visit Mexico, and why?
I do think more Aggies should come and visit Mexico. I think to a large degree is because Texas and Mexico are economically very linked. And I think that Texans need to understand Mexico, understand the diversity that is here, the different situations that are available here, because I think that for the economy of Texas, Mexico will continue to be important and be even more so in the future.
Kyle, why do you think more Aggies should visit Mexico?
I think more Aggies should visit Mexico because, just from my point of view, ever since I got to Mexico City, I never expected it to be like this. I never expected the mountains to be beautiful or to be anything like the ones in America, or USA actually. But also, I think that they need to see how farmers here around Mexico City are very small. Most of them still do a lot of things by hand. They don't have many mechanized options like we do. And like Jacob said earlier, they still grow stuff on the side of mountains and hills just because that's the land that they can use. And I think that's why more Aggies need to come.
Okay, William, what's your opinion on this?
I think that more Aggies should definitely visit Mexico because it is an opportunity to immerse the senses in a way that they cannot in a typical classroom setting. Instead of reading about or hearing about the importance of agronomy and the effects of living in poverty, actually coming here and seeing how people live like that, it's a very beneficial experience. I mean, we got to meet a subsistence farmer here. How many people in the United States can say they've met a subsistence farmer? So it's a very beneficial experience, and I absolutely think more Aggies should come to Mexico.
Okay. Well, we have been traveling for 6 days together, and we've gotten pretty close, and we've had a lot of experiences. And I'd like the last three students to relate to what's the funniest incident or situation that we've encountered so far, in your opinion.
There's so many to choose from. Aside from the interviews we're performing right now, Dr. Haig has provided us with much entertainment. One of the moments I remember the most is after we went to El Tajín at the pyramids. Dr. Haig came back on the bus with a souvenir, and it was a shirt he had to buy because he completely soaked his t-shirt from the sweat. So that was pretty amusing to me. Sorry.
Okay, Laura, no more abuse on the professor, though.
I'll try. Okay, the first day that we were here, we had probably 5 hours of lectures and probably 4.5 hours of lectures into it. Our good buddy Kyle. All of us were falling asleep, but he was there, and then all of a sudden he had the spasm and just hit the desk as hard as he could, and it made a lot of noise. And it was fun.
Okay, David, what do you think was the funniest thing?
I don't know, but I learned an important lesson that never double guess the English translation on a Spanish menu. When it says lamb stomach filled with Mexican herbs, it literally means lamb stomach. Problem is, it wasn't just filled with Mexican herbs, it was filled with other innards.
Quite the cuisine, huh?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate the students for taking the time tonight to answer these questions, and I hope some other Aggies will watch this and benefit from this, and that you'll decide later on that you too may want to visit Mexico. Thank you very much.